out of all the skill sets and secret sauces that you can develop and accumulate in real estate investing, I think the most important one that you have to have and become a master of is the skill set, the secret sauce of underwriting. I want you to understand me. When it comes to real estate investing, there is absolutely no way you can successfully enter a deal and profitably exit a deal if you do not know how to efficiently and effectively underwrite a deal. So here's what I want to do. I want to break down underwriting, especially for all of my creative real estate investors. So if you are a creative real estate investor, you participate in different transactions like subject to or owner finance, lease options, wraps, all the other creative ways to do real estate. You want to hear me out on this. So underwriting describes the process of identifying the financial risks on a deal and quantifying those financial risks as costs. So let me dissect this so that you can wrap your mind around it. When you become a master at underwriting, here's what you learn how to do. You learn how to identify a person who's a homeowner or property owner. You identify the property or the home that they own. You determine that this property meets your investment criteria. You identify with the conditions, maybe the distresses, the problems, or the motivations that this owner of this property has. And you're now able to underwrite this property to determine if it's a deal for you to enter it and for you to exit it and make money throughout that process. But your underwriting is going to require you to identify all the financial risks that are associated to this said deal. All right? And when you identify with all those risks, you're going to quantify those risks as costs. And so there are two forms of costs. You're going to have cost of acquisition. How much is it going to cost for me to get in this deal? Then you have cost of disposition. How much is it going to cost me to exit the deal? And what is the total dollar amount I'm going to get from it or walk away with because I did this deal? All of this, entry to exit, is dependent upon what? It's all dependent upon your ability to underwrite. That's why I consider underwriting to be one of the most valuable skill sets and the secret sauce to being successful as a real estate investor. The truth is this: even before I became an end buyer, a real estate investor, my wife and I, we underwrote deals for other investors. We identified the financial risks on certain deals. We quantified them as cost, and we helped other people determine if it was beneficial for them to enter certain deals, and we showed them what they could literally make when they exited the deal. That's the power of underwriting. So here's what I want you to do. Inside of the description, there's a link to my creative real estate underwriting worksheet. It's 4 pages. And what I do is I break down how you underwrite a creative real estate deal like subject to transactions, because there are certain data points that you have to gather, especially when you're looking at underwriting a subject to deal. And when you gather those data points, there are certain metrics and numbers that you need to gather to do the calculations. And then once you combine the data with the metrics and numbers, you're able to quantify what are the costs associated to purchasing this particular property creatively through subject to. And when you determine the cost of acquisition and you're able to look at the cost of disposition, even inside of the worksheet, I show you how to break down all the costs of acquisition, all the costs of disposition, and I give you examples of how you can determine the best exit strategy to make sure that there's never a deal that you enter or exit that you don't make money on. So click the link in the description, take advantage of this free underwriting 4-page worksheet. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. We always offer information, resources, and we have regular meetups right here in Atlanta at our headquarters every 2 weeks. So if you're ever in Atlanta in person and would like to join me and my team and a group of other mentees who are part of our creative real estate community, you'll see the information in the description.